It's the National Football League on EA Sports, and we've got the latest chapter of a historic rivalry. It's the Chiefs and the Silver and Black, and it's coming up next on Madden Football.
Well, even with all the buildings along the Las Vegas Strip and all the action here, this is one of the city's biggest attractions. Allegiant Stadium opened back in 2020. Today, we're set for a good AFC matchup between the Kansas City Chiefs and the Las Vegas Raiders. Hi again, everyone. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Welcome to the NFL on EA Sports. With me, as always, Charles Davis. And, Charles, we look at a matchup like this. It's really the running backs that may take center stage here today.
And in today's football, they're still valuable, not just as runners, but guys who can catch the ball as well. It's really the number of touches that determines things these days.
In the 1960s, the Chiefs and Raiders are underway. Taking it about the 1. And he'll get it up just past the 20 as his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. Here's the Chiefs offense for their first possession, and it's Patrick Mahomes at quarterback.
And simply put, for many, he's the gold standard for quarterbacks in today's NFL because of his ability to create, find the open man, use all the different arm angles that he has. He's a complete package, and boy, his team loves to play around him.
First play, Mahomes looking to throw it. He finds McKinnon, complete. And now off to the races, down the right side. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. They're the favorite, no question. And when they score like that on the opening drive to set the tone, you're the underdog on the other bench. That's hard, isn't it?
Yeah, because you can't bring the home crowd into it. Because you're counting on that to be a part of your equalizer, ride their momentum. But you have to give them something to cheer for. So now what you're worried about is they're better than we are. We can't get going. Are we about to get blown out?
Good news, still a long way to go. Harrison Butker is on for the extra point. And his kick is good to make it 7-0 KC. Well, the offense wasn't out there for a long time, but they were out there for a good time. One play, and they're able to hit pay dirt. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. Amir Abdullah going to take it out of the end zone. The Raiders set to go to work behind their veteran quarterback, and that's Derek Carr.
And the tendency for most of these guys is to want to match things right away because they have a lot of confidence in their talent too. They just saw a big strike against their team, and you know they're thinking to themselves, I can get this back right now on one play. Well, if it's there, you take it, but otherwise, just go ahead and calm your team down. Run the offense, get things going, and see how things settle in.
Carr and the Raiders come up 1st and 10 at their own 24. They'll begin on the ground with Jacobs. And he's going to be hemmed in and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. Chris Jones on the stop.
Now, that's a mountain of a man that just made that stop, isn't it? But he's more than that. This guy's nimble and quick. More than a space eater. He just made a great play there.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. To throw his Carr. Got a man open. It's Darren Waller. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5. We'll see what kind of mindset they have here offensively after giving up the touchdown on the opening drive.
And based on our time with them, prior to this game, I feel like they've got a good mindset going in. In fact, the discussion that we had with the coaching staff was, we may give up some points in this game, so offense has to be ready each and every time to either equal or try and get us ahead and try and keep us ahead. This is their chance to respond to that first touchdown given up.
And he is going to have the Raiders first down as he's able to get 8 yards there on 3rd and 5.
I know at the end of games, coaches always tell us that no one play won or lost a game. And this seems pretty important early, doesn't it? Their ability to pick up that first down on 3rd down, I thought that was key.
Well, you're already in the hole after the touchdown on the other side. How will you respond? We talk about that a lot, and they responded pretty well there. You go 3 and out, I think you give up a lot of momentum. You get down 2 scores, could be an entirely different game.
So they've got a nice drive going now. They're in good shape. What's interesting to me is they're also in that spot of the field where you would take a shot. Do you change that up just because you're down a touchdown?
And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
And able to get a couple as he's across the 40 to the 41. We talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
Not only did he have a chance to scan the field there, it felt like he had a chance to scan it twice. The protection was that good. Unfortunately for him, the coverage downfield, equally good.
On 4th down, A.J. Cole comes on to punt. Back deep is Kadarius Toney. And that hits at the 6 and carries into the end zone for a touchback. Kansas City taking the field for their 2nd drive. Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
They go play action. Now Mahomes. It's Kelsey on the ground. And he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that, you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch. Now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
So 5 yards here, 5 on the play, and that'll leave them with a 3rd and just a yard. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. They'll go with a touch pass here, trying to pick it up. And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the first. They're able to convert with a gain of 4.
And this is just a little touch pass. They send the receiver in motion, just kind of tap it forward to him. Now, it doesn't turn into a huge play, but they do pick up a first down. A nice, consistent gain.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Now Mahomes. And a dangerous throw there, incomplete. He threw that into coverage. It was nearly intercepted. From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10. Again, they'll throw with Mahomes. That's caught left side by Hardman. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
Now Mahomes on the bootleg. Sliding out of the pocket. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Now that's a good bounce back after giving up a touchdown on the opening drive. Just 1 first down permitted and then out. Obviously no loss of confidence with that defense, and now they get to turn it back to their offense.
On 4th down, Tommy Townsend to punt for Kansas City. And the fair catch is taken at about the 13-yard line here. A 40-yard punt, no return. And the Raider drive will start from deep in their own territory with a 1st and 10. Throwing on 1st down is Carr. A pass complete downfield to Renfro. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially.
Certainly no settling into the drive there. They came right out on the first play and attacked the middle of the field for a big gainer and a first down.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. And a good burst there gets him 7 up to midfield.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they will pay dividends as the game progresses.
A good run, got 7 on 1st. Here's 2nd and 3. They'll stay on the ground with Jacobs. Yeah, he'll work free from 1 tackle, but that's about all as he's taken down. They got 2 of the 3 they needed there. Leaves them with 3rd and just a yard. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
Trying to run for it with Jacobs. And a nice move will yield nothing as he's stopped behind the line. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
Just a simple run play there on 3rd and 1, but this D was up to the challenge and stopped him, bringing up 4th down.
Here's A.J. Cole now to punt this one away. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. Now the Chiefs offense, they get ready to head on the field. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
Throwing on first down is Mahomes. A dump down to McKinnon. His second catch, this one not quite as dynamic as his first, and it's second down.
I know it was a gain, but you have to sense probably a little bit of disappointment there because when it's out there in open space, I think they expect to get more out of a play, don't you?
Especially when you're getting it to your guy out of the backfield. You're expecting him to be able to create something, be a little more shifty.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Good open field tackling held it to an okay gain.
An 11-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Chiefs first down.
Absolutely love the run right there. This guy's known for his quickness, but also for his speed. He's able to get to the second level almost before you blink if you give him any type of blocking. Always talk about slot receivers, and they're usually known as quicker than fast. In this case, we've got a guy who's quick and fast, and he used it to great advantage.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 39-yard line.
That was an excellent run. And when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've kind of hit the jackpot there.
A good gain on first has him set up with second and just a couple of inches now from the 29. And here's a handoff out of the gun. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
Second and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on third down and pick up the first down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the first down. That's exactly what they did.
Now they'll throw with Mahomes. And that is incomplete.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. They fake the give. Now Mahomes. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And the tackle going to be made at the 38. He's already proven to be a factor in the running game on this drive. Now he gets involved in the passing game.
I think what we're seeing here is the modern version of workhorse in the NFL, being able to run it and catch it with equal proficiency.
Trying to keep the drive going here. This is play number 7 on 3rd and 2. And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a first down. It's a gain of 4 there, and it gives him a new set of downs.
Just about every coach we talk to says the crowd shouldn't affect us. That shouldn't be an issue. And then the next breath they talk about taking the crowd and taking them out of the game by picking up first downs and keeping them at bay. I think we just saw an example of that there, didn't we?
Important to do, especially early in the game like they have. On play action, it's Mahomes. He's going to sling this deep downfield. And he's got it. Touchdown, Chiefs. Marquez Valdez-Scantling 33 yards. And the Chiefs lead this now 13-0 here in the opening quarter of the ball game. And they use that height on the outside to get the score.
We've seen the evolution of the wide receivers. They've gotten taller and taller, but they've retained their quickness and their speed. It's a lethal combination.
Always good to have wide receivers with height. Butker on for the PAT. And it's good, and they have jumped out here to a quick 14-0 first quarter lead. So that one, an 8-play drive. It spans 75 yards. And it winds up with the Chiefs hitting pay dirt. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. Abdullah's going to stay put, and the drive will start at the 25. Here's Las Vegas ready to take the field. They've been outplayed early, no question, down 14-0 already as they come up 1st and 10. On the ground, it's Jacobs to start the drive. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
We think, Brandon, the intensity this defense is showing right here in these first few drives. They're not just holding the ball because they're doing their job, but they're doing more than that, aren't they? They're getting a nice push into the offensive backfield.
And a great example right there for the loss on the tackle. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Here's Bolden. Running right through him. 4 yards on the pickup there as they get it back to a more manageable 3rd and 7.
But you got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball because they were in a 2nd and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to 3rd and manageable with that run.
Now on 3rd down, an extra DB out there for the Chiefs. Here's Carr. And this is going to be incomplete.
Well, based on what we've seen so far, I don't think you can even call this an off day anymore, partner, because this group we're watching, they are totally out of rhythm, trying to get their game plan up and running. That 0 on the scoreboard is glaring down at them with every incompletion.
Here's A.J. Cole now as he's on to punt for Las Vegas. And he's getting a workout here in this first quarter as he gets it away. So possession goes over here on the punt. And it's Chiefs football, 1st and 10. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. Mahomes now on 1st down. Screen play, McKinnon. And he is going to lose yardage here. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. The Chiefs with the football as we start the 2nd quarter. As they've got it with a 2nd and 14 upcoming.
It's showtime, baby.
Here's Mahomes to throw. A dump down to McKinnon. Oh, he faked it with a juke. Now he's got some room. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. they become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Mahomes looking to throw on 3rd and 2. He's got his man, Valdez-Scantling. And he will have a Chiefs first down as they're able to convert on 3rd and short yardage with a gain of 4.
Would it be safe to say that as precise as routes are supposed to be run in the NFL, maybe they're not quite as precise in college ball?
That's accurate, yeah.
And I think we saw a college route in the NFL there. Just find the soft spot, find the dead zone, and find the first down. And that's what he just did.
Now it's Mahomes again. This pass going to be caught by Hardman. And they're going to get this up to midfield.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
From midfield, here's Mahomes. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. You're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
Mahomes to throw once more. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 34-yard line. It's a pickup of 15 and a fresh set of downs. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
A good pickup there, 21 yards.
He's certainly done a nice job spreading the field on this drive, and here he finds his big tight end for good yardage. And that's what you have to do. Keep defenses guessing about where you're going to go with the football.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. Operating from the red zone now, Mahomes. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. It'll go down as a gain of 6, and that's going to bring up 2nd down. And again, it's Mahomes. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Trayvon Merrick. And the Raiders force the turnover. They'll take over at the 10.
Absolutely a golden opportunity missed there to add to their lead and really cap off an impressive drive because they've got the advantage and plenty of time to add to it. But on the flip side, plenty of time for an opposing comeback as well. So when you have the chance to distance yourself now just so early, partner, you know you don't want to let it slip away.
So out come the Raiders. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still second quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay. Escaping the pressure right. And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be second down.
You know what I like about that play? He didn't try to do too much on first down. He took what the defense gave him, put together a solid gain to bring up second and manageable. Now they have a couple of plays to pick up just a few yards and a new set of downs.
To throw again on second down. Carr. Got a man. It's Darren Waller. And he'll be forced out of bounds on the other side of the field. A big change in field position there. That's 40 yards on the catch and run.
And that might be exactly what they needed to wake up this home crowd. They haven't given them much to cheer for so far. And never underestimate the effect the home crowd with you can have on a game.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Snap comes at 1, and it's Carr. A dump off here to Bolden. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. So 8 yards on the completion there, and that'll bring up a second down in just a couple.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
It's complete to Cole. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
Boy, how about the speed with which this offense can get down the field? It's taken them no time at all to get down here. And now they're set up with a 1st and goal.
First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Carr going to throw. Throw right side into the hands of Foster Moreau. That's good for a gain of 6. 2nd and goal. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
2nd and goal from inside the 5. Jacobs will score. Touchdown, Raiders. So, partner, it was a passing game that drove them down the field, but when they get close, they trust that man in the backfield, and he took them home.
And they trust their offensive line as well, because so many of these units, they specialize in either pass protection or run blocking. This group shows its versatility and gets both done on this drive.
Now for the extra point, Daniel Carlson. And that one makes it 14-7. So the drive there took 6 plays, and it was capped off by a touchdown run from Josh Jacobs. Touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. This take it in at the goal line. And all deep in his own territory, he coughs up the football. And I believe he was able to get this back. He was. Boy, after giving up the touchdown, lucky that didn't turn into another.
I didn't do this in college, but I did it in high school. When you return kicks and you lose it yourself, the panic that goes through you and the determination to get the ball back, I don't even know how to describe it, and I think we just saw an example there.
Yeah, and the relief when you get it back like he did.
Yeah, you go to the sidelines, you know you're going to get yelled at, but you can handle it because you got the ball back.
Let's focus in on what we got to do here. Come on, let's go. Dominate this. Let's go get it now.
Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their own 12-yard line. Now the Georgia Southern man. This is Jerick McKinnon. And he's brought down, but not before they get it across the 20-yard line. It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out by a few inches. That'll be a first down.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
On first down, Mahomes. That is caught by Smith-Schuster. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain.
I'm seeing a lot of hands on hips in that secondary, and I suspect a lot of mumbling under their breath as well, because this defense has had no answer for the passing game here in the first half.
So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. Play action. Now it's Mahomes. Pass incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. From the gun, it's Mahomes. To the right side, it's Kelsey. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 37. Give him 10 yards there as this offense is on a roll. This drive continues to plunge forward.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago, because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
Let's go. Let's go.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. To throw, it's Mahomes. Oh, this is going to be caught along the sidelines. Probably shouldn't have been caught. He's going to lose yardage there. The completion, but they go in the wrong direction. A loss of yards, and now they're dealing with a 2nd and long. Again, they'll throw with Mahomes. Locates Hardman for another catch. And he's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of, until they stop him, why not go back to him? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
The Chiefs on 3rd down. They've been good. 3 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. Looking to throw is Mahomes. And that is incomplete.
His back has been a dependable safety valve all game, so he went back to him when his first read was covered. Just unable to connect, so the play results in no gain.
So on 4th down, Mahomes off, Harrison Butker on for the Chiefs field goal. On the right hash, officially this will be a 51-yard attempt. Butker's kick here is good. And they will move up by 10 now, 17-7. After the field goal, here's Butker to kick it away. Taken in at the 3. Well, now how about this return? He's to midfield. Amir Abdullah. And how about that return? Inside the 20-yard line.
And that's the type of return that puts a tremendous amount of pressure on the defense now. They've got to go out on the field almost like it's a sudden change, almost like it's a turnover. They've got to go out there and try and stop them. But, boy, what a tough spot they're in.
Las Vegas' offense back out there ready to go. They trail by 10, 17-7 as they come up on a 1st and 10. Carr going to give it to Jacobs. Credited with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is a force of nature at the defensive tackle position. Yes, he's as big as they come, but still plenty agile. He's able to make a nice play there to swallow up the ball carrier.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Carr. Complete here to the right to Bolden. And he is going to lose yardage here. They wind up losing a couple there, so they go behind the original line of scrimmage, and now 3rd and 11 coming up.
That's a great job of tackling right there. If he could have made the first man miss, maybe he could have taken it into the end zone. Instead, they stopped him pretty well right in his tracks, and you often see that in the red zone. Offense has to be quick. In this case, the defense was quicker.
The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. Carr with a play fake to Jacobs. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
That was a touchdown if he could have hung on. Instead, it was a well-timed collision to jar that one free.
So Carr exits on 4th down, and on comes Daniel Carlson for the field goal try. It'll be from the right hash, and it'll be a 36-yarder. Carlson able to put this one through. Second quarter action with 1:59 remaining. A reminder that when halftime rolls around, Jonathan Coachman will have all the highlights and analysis of this first half of play from our studios in Orlando. After the made field goal, Carlson now sets up to kick this away. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. The Chiefs offense set to go. Last time out, you remember their drive stalled, but thanks to their kicker, booted a long field goal to at least get them 3. Now here they'll try to do better and find the end zone.
And in our experience, how much fun is it for coaches to know that they've got a kicker who can nail it from long distance? Now, the hard part is, as an offensive play caller, you don't want that in your head too much where you're relying on it, and he goes out and gets the job done for them. But I'm quite sure he would be content to just kick extra points from here on out. Yeah, absolutely no question. I think his teammates would be okay with him just kicking the extra points as well.
And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing, but as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Throwing now is Mahomes. He'll find Smith-Schuster. That's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45. And now with that completion, he's north of 200 yards here in the first half.
And he's going to break our statistician, Marvin, isn't he? Because Marvin right now is just tallying it up. Hope his hand doesn't hurt too much doing this or keeps hitting the calculator. But my goodness, what a start he is off to. By the end of this game, he could have monster numbers. He just wants to continue to be accurate.
Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. The Chiefs now going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. Mahomes now on first down. Open on the left side. This is Valdez-Scantling. Now another timeout called for by the offense as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. Ball at the 40 here for 2nd and 5. Now here's Mahomes. Open man right side is Smith-Schuster, complete. And he's going to be marked down just inside the 35. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing, playing against a good quarterback like he is, to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. Nice play for Kansas City, picking up the first 18 yards that time.
That's a pretty throw right there. That ball's in the air a long time, but it's right on the money on the right sideline. A really good route. Moving the defenders towards the middle of the field before breaking to the sideline. What a completion there. Big-time arm strength. Very nice route.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Another pass into the reliable hands of Kelsey. And the Chiefs are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as the tackle made at the 3-yard line. The Chiefs quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. Now Mahomes. And he's got Hardman in the end zone. Touchdown, Kansas City. A great play there as the first half is winding down. And the Chiefs will extend their lead here just before halftime.
And that's certainly an important score right there because they gave themselves a 2-score cushion heading towards halftime. Now you got to force the other team out of their comfort zone, and it changes the way you approach the second half as well. How you want to do things on offense, and your defense feels much better too, having that lead.
Extra point by Butker is on target, and the lead now up to 14. So that drives 7 plays in length, and it's capped off with a Kansas City touchdown. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. Now Carr. He gets this to Davante Adams. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. The final shot here before half for Carr. He's going to throw one up for the end zone. And this is caught. Touchdown, Raiders. Davante Adams. As time expires in the first half. And the Raiders get a late touchdown here on the final play of the first half. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that cuts the lead to 24-17. So we've reached halftime with the visiting Chiefs on top. As we are off to Orlando now to check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach?
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. Back to you guys in a bit. But first, we welcome everyone to our EA Sports Halftime Report. First, though, a check of the next-gen stats in that first half for Kansas City. And our statistician may need a vacation after this one's said and done. What a first half they had throwing the football. Over 300 yards passing already.
All right, Coach, thanks. Yeah, both teams likely to make some changes in what's been a closely fought battle to this point. These offenses have been in fine form. What will the second half bring us as we are underway in quarter three? Here's Abdullah from his end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. The Raider offense ready to go here to start the third quarter. This offense, Charles, had a strong first half throwing the football, at least in terms of yardage, but that hasn't translated so far on the scoreboard as they begin the third quarter here, trailing and looking for a little momentum.
Yeah, you're right about that because, let's face it, in the first half, most of their focus was in the passing game. And to their credit, resulted in a healthy amount of yardage. So I would think that at halftime, they're going to anticipate that defense loosening up a little bit to try and cover the passing lanes. They've got to get the running game going, and there should be some gaps to run through now.
This drive starting off on the right foot, 18 yards. There wasn't much of a window there, Charles. Had to deal with a couple of defenders, but able to find his big tight end.
And, partner, we know double coverage is a challenge for any player to try to defeat. But maybe it's a little easier if you're one of those big tight ends because you have a size advantage on just about anyone trying to cover you, and you use your body to create some space.
From all the way up at the 38 now after a good start to the drive. Running straight ahead is Jacobs. Fights through and now a crease. The 30, 10, 5, and he will score. Touchdown, Las Vegas.
I guess when you look back on it, it was just a matter of time until he popped a big one like that. And, at halftime, you and I discussed it. They had done a nice job on him in the first half. But there were a couple of occasions where it felt like he might wiggle out of traffic and take it to the house. Finally here in the second half, that got done.
Wilson now to add the extra point. And that will tie our game here in the third quarter. The quick strike ability certainly intact there. 2 plays, 80 yards to score. Separating these two teams on the scoreboard as the kick's away here. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. So here's the Chiefs offense ready for their first reps in half number 2. After that last touchdown we just saw, Charles, we got ourselves a brand new ball game, all tied here in the third as they have their first possession of this second half.
And Brandon, this drive is all about one word to me, and that's the word answer, because they're trying to answer the momentum the other offense picked up in tying the game, because not only if they score and they feel better about themselves, they'll retake the lead and maybe set the tone for the rest of the half, keeping them in the driver's seat.
The drive starts with and he lost the football.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home, the next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. The fumble on first down now. Here's second down. Straight ahead they go with McKinnon. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. A yard in the wrong direction makes third down tougher. Third down and 9.
And that's exactly what offenses try to avoid by using motion and throwing different formations up. They hate when he can draw a bead on the play, get a running start, and make a big play behind the line of scrimmage as he did just there.
Raiders call on a nickel set here for third down. Here's Mahomes to throw. He's got his man. That's Hardman. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. That's a third down conversion of 24 yards there. Nice play.
With the kind of game he's had so far, you had to know that on third down that they would be looking his way, and they did, for big yardage and a first down. I think the defense fell asleep at the switch on that one. I would have doubled him, tripled him, anything to keep the ball out of his hands.
Hands it off out of the gun. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave him 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through. But that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And he'll take this for about 4 up to the 46-yard line.
On a 2nd and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games that led them to believe that even in a long-distance situation, they can still run the football and gain enough yardage to put themselves in a good spot on third down.
Complete, the tight end Kelsey. And he's going to be taken down right at the line. So that'll be no better than an incompletion. And it'll be 4th down.
Excuse my snarkiness here, but isn't the idea of completing a pass supposed to mean you get downfield and gain yards?
Especially on third down.
Yeah, that one. How about the defense? Figured that one out in a big way. Yeah, they completed it all right and lost yardage.
Here's the Chiefs punter now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And he'll get off a fairly short kick here as this is toward the sideline. The Vegas offense ready for their next possession. A Last time out, they had to march almost the full length of the field for their touchdown. So here, much easier, Charles, with this better starting field position.
I love your sarcasm, but I love even more your observation because, look, what they did last time out, now with a shorter field, they should have a lot of confidence they're going to put more points up on the board.
Carr and the Raiders come up 1st and 10 at their 38. They'll try and start this drive in the air. That's caught by Waller out left side. That'll go for a gain of 7, and it's 2nd down.
Nice rhythm throw there on 1st down. He located his tight end, made a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. 3 yards remain for 2nd down. Carr going to throw. Looking again for Waller, and he's got him again. And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line.
The tight end is certainly positioned built to move the chains because they can control space underneath. If they've got good hands, then, of course, they're a dynamic target. But one other thing is they're right in the sight lines of a quarterback on just about every play. And that makes it easier for the quarterback to pick him out and deliver.
Here's a handoff to Jacobs running left. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. Chris Jones that time coming in with a tackle behind the line.
Sometimes you get all those big guys down there in one spot and there's just nowhere to go. And in this case, the defensive tackle used his strength and swallowed him up.
So the 1st down run lost a couple. Now they come up 2nd and 12. Throwing now is Carr. He's got Renfro on the out route. Calling a gain of 3 on the play. And that's going to set up a tough 3rd and 9. They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the 1st. Throwing his Carr on 3rd down. And the Chiefs are going to get him. George Karlaftis in there to get him for a loss of 9 yards, and that also leads to 4th down. He seemed to have a reasonable amount of time in the pocket, but he couldn't get rid of the football, and the end result, Charles, him on the ground.
Yeah, he's got to keep an internal clock to go along with his offensive line. When you're talking about 3, 4, 5 seconds, that's a reasonable amount of time to expect to deliver the ball downfield. So great to try and complete a pass, but it's equally important to know when to throw the football away, too.
Here's A.J. Cole now as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. And this will depend on the spot as it sails out of bounds. And they'll say it sailed out at the 10-yard line. Here's the Kansas City offense now as they get set to take over. And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag, punts on back-to-back drives.
And old-school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now what you're looking for is can you gain an advantage in field position? And that's what both teams are seeking right now.
Yeah, they'll be seeking to gain that advantage here on this drive. Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
I certainly thought he had an open look beyond the 1st down marker to his receiver, but they just couldn't connect, and that will send them back to the drawing board.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Mahomes now to throw. Being chased, and this turns into disaster. He's not going to get forward progress. That'll be a safety.
The goal here is about getting any kind of positive yardage in this spot because you don't care who, you don't care how. You just want to try and buy a little space and get away from your own end zone. But in this spot, the defense was all over that play and equally motivated to stick them with a safety.
So after that safety, now a free kick situation forthcoming as they punt it away from the 20.
And here comes Abdullah on the return. The Raiders offense ready to go. Obviously not the intended goal last drive. They had to punt the football, but still they've got the lead here and now a chance to add on to that lead if they can get points on this drive. 1st and 10 upcoming.
Carr and the Raiders come up 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. To the sideline. Wow, what a catch. Doesn't get a lot out of it, but he is able to keep the feet in bounds.
Let's make this one simple. What a catch, especially the finishing part of getting his feet in bounds, toe tapping, and of course, foot dragging.
Little tapestry, if you will.
Oh, I like it.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Carr. That's going to be complete on the sideline, but, you know, that throw left him no room to run, and the good footwork nearly all for naught. They should have gotten more out of that, though. He was wide open.
I love how emphatic you are with that call because that's exactly what I was thinking. Wide open in the flat. Give him a ball that he can use to get upfield with, not just catch and go over the sideline. They cost themselves some yardage there.
Here's Carr to throw. And able to complete it to Moreau. And he is going to have the Raiders' 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And that's well executed there on 3rd down. And I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a 1st down.
Jacobs going to try the middle. And the big boys up front, they're going to stop him right at the line. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
What an advantage having an elite guy in the middle of the defensive line because not only does he take up the space and let the linebackers run free, but he can also make plays himself, as we just saw there.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. They fake the handoff. Now Carr. Rush coming, and he's taken down. The safety blitz staged to perfection that time as they sack him for a loss of 6.
So that time, Charles, quarterback helpless really in the pocket in the face of a pass rush like that. They were on him instantly.
And they decided to go with the safety blitz there. And look, if that gets picked up, quarterback really has the advantage then because he'll have more time to throw the football and some wide open space. But when it doesn't, that's a guy who gets a free run into the backfield, and oftentimes the QB ends up on his backside as he did there.
And that will be incomplete.
So many times when we talk about coverage, we're just about a defender running with a receiver, but a big part of it is understanding where the football is, finding it. In this case, when it arrived, it wasn't a surprise, and he was able to bat it away.
Here's A.J. Cole now as he's on for the 5th time here today. This is away, but boy, headed straight for the sidelines. And no return possible here as they angle this one out of bounds. And now here comes Kansas City. And the last time they had the football, they surrendered 2 points on the safety. And they don't want to do that one again.
No, not at all. It's almost like a bases clearing double, isn't it? Give up a couple of runs.
Sure.
just messes things up for you offensively. But now they've got to go ahead, take it, set it aside, and move forward.
Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10, just shy of the 30. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet.
Third quarter of a 2-point game. A good one so far. Here's 2nd and 10.
Mahomes going to throw.
Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he'll get nothing out of that one. That helps the completion percentage, but not much else, and now it's 3rd and 10. They tried to swing it out left into the flat, but the defense, they were very principled there.
It felt very West Coast offense, didn't it? You know their expression, right? On a West Coast offense, when they throw the ball, it's either going to be a touchdown or a check down, meaning they like to press it downfield. If they don't have it, swing it out, which is exactly what we saw there. But how about the great pursuit and tackle to make a nice play?
And he will have a Chiefs first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
You always worry about those smaller receivers running through that gnarly patch of land in the middle of the field. But he did a really nice job there holding on to the football and protected himself as best he could while completing the play.
Again, they'll throw with Mahomes. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. Well, those two have hooked up for a touchdown once already in this game, that time unable to find the completion.
Yeah, it just appeared they wanted to get him out into open space and try and get him the football. As you mentioned, unable to connect.
3rd quarter from Southern Nevada. Here's a 2nd and 10. Here's a give up the middle. Fancy footwork in midfield. And a strong run that time as he's across midfield and down to the 43. 45 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries.
Most of their damage has been done through the air. I mean, they've rung the bell 3 times with passing touchdowns, but guess what? Ground game has not been neglected. Nice little burst right there.
So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory at the 43. On play action, it's Mahomes. Open man downfield is Hardman. He's got it. And they're going to move it down to inside the 25.
And time to give some credit to the big fellows, the offensive line here, because you've got to have good protection on crossing routes because you've got to give your receiver time to work all the way across the field. That time, be able to scan the field, spot his receiver moving left to right, and make a good, accurate throw. Thank you, guys.
They go play action. Now Mahomes. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he's brought down here just outside of the 20.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. But linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. On 2nd down, they'll run it here. And he'll get this one down to about the 17. 3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on 3rd down?
Not a whole lot of room to maneuver there, and I think that's because everyone took care of their responsibilities, filled their gaps, held their place. No place for him to run.
Yeah, looked good. Everything got funneled to the nose tackle. He swallowed him up. And they'll go jet sweep to try to pick it up. And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. Mecole Hardman with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Chiefs have moved out in front here in the 4th quarter. So that, Charles, his 2nd touchdown of the ball game. He had the more standard receiving touchdown earlier. This time he finds the end zone in the run game.
Yeah, it's almost as if he said, well, that's how I normally do it. That's almost boring. Give me another opportunity. This time I'll use my legs only and get into the end zone.
Extra point by Butker is on target. And the lead is up to 5.
Raiders 26.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. Taken at the goal line. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. And now this offense comes back out onto the field. And they will be looking to answer the touchdown their defense just surrendered. Still a good chunk of time remaining here in the fourth quarter and a chance to regain the lead in a tight one. Carr and the Raiders come up 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. He'll give it to Jacobs to start the drive. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 103 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
Another carry for their leader and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch victory.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Here's Carr. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
As expected, he's gone to him several times in this game, but that's the first time one has slipped from his grasp. I'll bet he goes back to him, though. He's an excellent player.
Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. A handoff, Jacobs running to the left. And he'll muscle his way up to the 43 for a pickup of right around 5.
That 2nd down play call was not to pick up the 1st down. It was to accomplish what they did to get him into a manageable 3rd down because they had incompletion on 1st down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
And this offense on 3rd down today, they've struggled to the tune of 2 for 8 so far. This will be 3rd and 5. He's going to air one out. He's got a man complete. It's a big play there for Vegas. 46 yards.
That could very well be a defining play in this game. A touchdown, that gives them the lead, and they took a major step towards getting there with that big play right there.
So now, following the big play, they've got a 1st and goal all the way down at the 10. On the handoff, this is Jacobs. And he'll take this one inside the 10, down to the 8. Not quite the success they had last play. This one goes for 3 yards.
Well, praise has to go to the guys on the offensive line because they've had a very nice, productive day running the football. How about that poor defensive line? They've been knocked around the entire game, and while they slowed them down on that run, can they continue to do so? Because they haven't had much success throughout this ball game.
On 2nd and 7, Carr, touchdown! Darren Waller with a touchdown grab for Derek Carr. And the Raiders answer back with a touchdown of their own to take a 4th quarter lead. Plenty of scoring here of late when our lead changes hands now in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, they just gave up a touchdown on the other end, so they knew that with time getting short, they had to put something together here, and they were able to do so and retake the lead right back.
And now the Raiders will face an important 2-point conversion attempt here. They'll try to run it with Jacobs, and he will not get there. He comes up short. And they're unable to push this lead to a field goal as it'll remain a 1-point game. following the touchdown. Ready to kick it away is Carlson. And not willing to risk another fumble. He'll sit on this one. It's a touchback. There's Mecole Hardman as he brings his offense onto the field yet again.
When you're in a zone like he is, what's the conversation like on the sideline between he and his quarterback? Is that a one-way conversation of, hey, just keep getting me the football?
It actually is probably a two-way conversation because he wants to keep getting him the football because he's seeing the payoff. You know, getting the ball to that guy means yardage, and as we've seen, touchdowns in this game. So I think both of them get more and more excited about the possibilities as things continue on.
Yeah, so far it's been over 100 yards and the 2 scores. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's second down.
You know the key to a good screen pass is, don't you?
Bet you're going to tell me good blocking?
Well, good blocking eventually. But first is good acting. You want to let the defenders go past you, leak out to whichever side or even in the middle where you want to set up the screen, and then you do your blocking. How about the read, though, by the defensive guys? They weren't fooled at all and actually ran with the lineman to where the play was and smothered it for a loss of yardage.
Well, Mahomes can't get away, and down he goes. Max Crosby blowing up the play and getting the sack.
Okay, you know my bias is about to come out here. A lot of people think that the offense is just moving in the wrong direction. I'd say they're moving in the right direction because the defense is pushing them back.
Former defensive guy. Now, as a quarterback, 3rd and long, you really got to rally the troops here, don't you?
Yeah, you do in a big way. What else do you have to look out for? More pressure coming at you because it seems to be working pretty well.
Going to need better protection here. 3rd and long following the sack from Mahomes and company. He'll drop to throw. Taking a deep shot here for Hardman. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
After what they faced during this game where they've given up a ton of yards downfield, that has to be a measure of revenge right there for the secondary. They've been shredded throughout the game and finally forced an incompletion.
Here's the Chiefs punter now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And a fair catch taken back near about the 35, 36-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt.
And it'll be Raiders football, 1st and 10.
Carr and the Raiders come up 1st and 10 at their own 37. They're going to look to throw. He's going to find and complete it to Renfro. And this will be good for a pickup of 9 to the 46.
And just a yard to go here on 2nd down.
They run with Bolden, and he'll go down right around the 47 this time. Able to get the 1 yard he needed, but nothing more.
I like that run right there, partner. Not the flashiest run, not the one that's going to break for big yardage, but he understands the situation. And taking care of the football, paramount, and he got it done.
Nursing that slim lead, you're exactly right. Hold on to that ball. They go back to the ground, this time Jacobs. And he'll manage to pick up about 4 at 2nd down.
I like a guy who understands the situation. I also like a guy who you look at him and you say, that looks like a guy who knows the coach is going to say, guess what? You drop this one, you'll be carrying around the training facility for an entire week.
Maybe flashback to high school or college, carrying it around campus, right?
The old gauntlet drill, right? Anyone get the ball out while he's sitting in class and bring it back to the coach? He's in big trouble.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
Tight end has become a bigger and bigger part of the passing game in the NFL, but if you drop the football, that position can get swapped out with a wide receiver in that spot, a running back in that spot. There are other ways they can go if you're not going to catch the ball.
And that's not just his first drop, his second drop of the game. Carr now to throw. Flush to his right. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts, this time on third down.
Here's A.J. Cole now as they're forced to kick for the 6th time today. And did he put that on a dime? He did. Wow, out of bounds at the 1-yard line. The field position game often so overlooked, but this offense is going to be backed up deep. What an ideal punt.
And now, this stage of the game, when they need the drive to try and put themselves in a position to win it, you talk about going the long field, the very long field. This could be a 99-yard drive if they're able to accomplish it.
Now McKinnon to start the drive. And he gets this up just shy of the 15. That'll go for a gain of 13, helping big time to get away from that end zone. First down.
Partner, I think that play echoed a short yardage run. I know they're backed against their own goal line, but when they stack the defensive line like that, if you find any type of a crease, you're up to the third level before you know it.
So still backed up, but the situation not as dire now. 1st and 10 at the 14. They run once more with McKinnon. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Now they'll run it on the toss. Call it a gain of a couple, and that's going to leave them with a 3rd and about 5. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
The Chiefs on 3rd down. They're hitting at 60%, 6 out of 10 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. Looking to throw is Mahomes. And that is incomplete. But the pressure there on 3rd down, forcing the errant pass. 4th down coming up.
Well, any caused incompletion is good for a defense. But when you add to it, you get a little hit on the quarterback, knock him to the ground, make him think a little bit, hopefully knock him off his game, especially in a game of this magnitude, this tight in the 4th quarter. Can feel pretty good as a defense.
Here's the Chiefs punter now as he's on to kick it away. And taken right at the 35. And he goes out right around the 39. It's a 43-yard punt, a return of 5. And the Raiders will take over now 1st and 10. They'll begin on the ground with Jacobs. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down.
If you can keep getting gains like that, Charles, with the lead here in the 4th quarter, I mean, keep running it, right?
No doubt about it. But what the offense coordinator has to do is understand. They're going to continue to stack the line of scrimmage. What runs do you have in your arsenal that'll work against a stacked box and continue to move the ball?
The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard. Here's a handoff to Jacobs.
And a good run here as he'll rumble all the way down to the 40-yard line. 136 yards rushing for him now as his sensational afternoon continues.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they turn to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Now Carr. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's second down.
Heck of a play there to get to him quickly and get him down for a loss.
I think they did a really nice job getting ready for this game, scouting, watching film, and understanding defensively what the play design was.
Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on second down. To throw his Carr. A dump off here to Bolden. And he's going to be out of bounds down around the 35-yard line. And that's good for a gain of 6. And it brings up 3rd and 5 now.
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks.
Carr. And that is incomplete. Well, the other day they told us when we've got 3rd and 5 or less, we have to be able to convert. And I guess every team would say that, Charles, but an opportunity missed there.
What they were trying to tell us is they believe it's a matchup game at that point. And they liked some matchups that they had, thought they could exploit them, unable to do so on that play.
A 52-yard attempt.
The kick by Carlson is good. And high fives for that one as that drive ends in 3. So they get the 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, they're a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now because they feel a whole lot better about their position.
And a touchdown in the other direction, all of a sudden they're down. After the made field goal, Carlson now sets up to kick this away.
And not willing to risk another fumble. He'll sit on this one. It's a touchback. And Kansas City's offense now set and ready to go. See if they can put this drive in the end zone, Charles, because it's been a little bit of a rough go at times. They've had to punt the football a ton in this ball game because of stalled-out drives.
So are you saying that you're kind of tired of seeing the punter run out there and do his thing during this game? Is that what you're trying to say?
Well, I mean, I'm okay with it. I have a feeling that this offense, they don't want to see the punter again.
And frankly, the punter doesn't want to run out there anymore himself. He would love to see his offense put together a drive and give his leg a rest.
Mahomes throw complete there to Smith-Schuster.
And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. 10 yards there to start the drive, and just enough by about the length of the football for a first down. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now Mahomes.
Quick slant to Valdez-Scantling.
And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
But right there, he rose to the occasion late in a close game.
It's something he thought about, dreamed about, and worked on throughout his career. Because in these types of situations, he wasn't going to allow extra coverage to keep him from getting the football.
4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game.
So the Chiefs in possession of the ball as we welcome you back. They come up on a 2nd down now in a game that looks like it's going to go down the wire.
Meanwhile, Mahomes' throw here complete to Kelsey. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 41-yard line. A solid gain of 15 yards, and the sticks move.
Now you're right on the edge of field goal range. You've still got time, but get up to the line of scrimmage and get set.
First down now, but the clock continues to move. Mahomes. Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
Limited time left on the clock after that incompletion, so I think both sides are going to savor every second to prepare before the next snap. Because once the ball's in motion, it may be a non-stop push to finish this drive off. Everyone better be on the same page right now, because I think they're going to try and get several plays off in quick succession if they can.
Mahomes' throw into the hands here of Hardman. And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line. They're making steady progress, but I see your face. You're worried about that clock.
I'm worried about the clock, and at some point you have to have a splash play in there as well.
They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also third down. Mahomes. On a bad time late for a poor throw. It's intercepted. And the Raiders have just about sewn up this football game. When you talk about making winning plays, that is a winning play at this stage of the game. To come up with that interception, huge.
I like how you identified that, because most people think winning plays are the offense trying to get it done. In this case, nursing a lead, they found a way to make a play on that side of the ball and maybe finish things off.
Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. So 2nd and 9, and you'd have to figure just about all 11 probably crashing the line here. They'll stay on the ground with Jacobs. Now a second timeout called for by the defense as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down. Back to throw, Carr. Throw right side, going to be caught by Waller. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and that's going to bring up a 4th down. You hate to surrender the football when you're nursing a slim lead, but they're going to have to punt it away. Trust that defense.
It's the right play at this stage of the game as well. You don't need to press it here because you do have that little bit of a cushion, and you count on your D to make it stand up.
And on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. Here comes Tony on the return. A 41-yard punt, 9 on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. Here comes Mahomes and the Chiefs. Down 35-31. A little under 40 seconds to go. They need a touchdown. A field goal is worthless now as they come up on 1st and 10. Mahomes. A dump down to McKinnon. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. So the completion good for 6 yards, and that'll make it 2nd down.
I got the sense that the defense created a little momentum for them there, didn't they?
Did their job, forced the punt. Now, nice start to the drive. Offense has to do their part.
Yeah, they certainly do, but what a great start for them. They've got to go thank the guys on D.
Mahomes to throw it. Complete. Valdez-Scantling. And he's going to pick up a first down here as that clock continues to run.
They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive continues. The Chiefs quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts as the clock will stop with an even 20 seconds left to go.
Here's Mahomes.
He's going to let it fly. And incomplete on the deep ball. These are the spots, this stage of the game, where it pays to have speed on the perimeter, doesn't it?
It certainly does. And in the second quarter, he may very well run by him. But in this situation, I know as a defender, I'm loosening up a couple of extra steps that allowed him to run with him stride for stride.
So second down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43.
Mahomes will throw.
Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And a penalty flag comes in as that one winds up incomplete. But the contact is going to move the ball well downfield. So the defense helping him out a little bit here late in the fourth.
Yeah, you're exactly right. And when you're the one doing the chasing, you'll take a little help from the other guys, won't you?
So now then the penalty's got him set up with a first and goal. One final try for Mahomes. And this is going to be caught. It's caught. And they've won the football game.
They knew how to quiet this rival stadium, Charles. I mean, not only did they get the win, but they get the win by taking the lead in the fourth quarter to hand their division opponent a big loss.
And they're elated, and they should be, because they did exactly that. Went to a rival's house and stunned them, and did it with a fourth quarter comeback. And every team in the league prides itself on controlling the fourth quarter. It's even more difficult when you don't do it at home against a division rival.